This is the news segment of The Unexplained from TalkRADIO. My name is Howard Hughes.
Online, on DAB, and on the TalkRADIO app. Talk Radio.
Regular listener and friend of this show and author Philip Jackson in Kyoto, Japan, has been in touch with some more details about Japan's Bigfoot. We were talking about the ones in Pennsylvania when we crossed to Marienville in Pennsylvania just before. Spoke to 4 people. Philip Jackson in Kyoto is online to us now. Philip, thank you for doing this.
Good evening, good morning, Howard. How are you?
What time is it there, Philip?
It's just gone 6:45 in the morning.
Oh, Philip, are you off to work as well?
Oh no, I'm at home all day today.
Well, this is all good. I'm glad. We don't have a ton of time, but you were very keen to tell me some details about, is it Hibagon or Hibagon?
It's the Hibagon. It's based at Mount Hiba, and that's where it gets its name, the Japanese Bigfoot. And as you already said, we spoke about it last year. There was a lot of sightings of the Hibagon, especially between 1970 and 74, and they suddenly stopped in 1982. And a lot of those sightings described a creature very similar, but a bit smaller than the US Bigfoot. But I think with the 50th anniversary last year of the first sightings of the Hibagon, a number of media outlets, they picked up on that, and in turn quite a few stories and pieces of information that had been forgotten since 1982 have resurfaced. So, for example, there was an official document from the local authority at the time which listed details of sightings between 1970 and 74. But what was really interesting about that was that the document, that the listings that related to the footprints that were found, there were different sizes in some cases. So that kind of led to two ideas on. Mm-hmm. Well, that was one idea that came up. You know, one idea that maybe there was more than one Hibagon living on Mount Hiba. But probably the most I don't know what you word, shocking, surprising, or interesting part was that I'd missed this, but in 2015, one of the major TV companies, Fuji TV, they aired a show in which one of the segments of the program covered the Hibagon. They went to the area, they spoke to relatives of past witnesses, because obviously this is 50 years ago. They went to sighting locations, and they also spoke with the now aging clerk of the local authority, whose job it was to take down details of the reports in the 70s. But what they didn't expect was that when the crew was getting ready to leave, one of the locals told them that it was actually no surprise that the sightings had suddenly stopped in 1982, as some farmers had actually found a body of what they believed to be the Hibagon, and they buried it. So the crew, they went with this man to his house, and he dug out photos of what he claimed to be the dead Hibagon, taken by those that had discovered the body before they buried it.
Wow. Okay, so Hibagon might be a thing on Mount Hiba. Do people still talk? I mean, that was 2015, it's 2021 now. People still talking about the legend, the myth, the reality of a Japanese Bigfoot?
Well, I mean, that show was 2015, but it's one of the stories that has kind of, you know, as I say, it resurfaced with last year being the 50th anniversary. And a lot of these bits of information were kind of regurgitated in the news again. So there were some things that had been missed, and you know, even little things like I know your last guest was talking about Bigfoot as an interdimensional creature. One piece of information that came up, that on Mount Hiba there is a geological anomaly where compasses reverse, north turns to south. So there's some strange things going on the mountain there as well, and a few missing persons disappearing on the mountain as well.
And those are all the sorts of things that are connected with reports of Bigfoot-style creatures everywhere from South Africa to the Yeti to North America and South and Central America. So fascinating. I guess you're going to be following this. I know that you are very much into the writing. Are you writing anything at the moment about Japanese ghosts, etc.?
Well, I've been the series of books. In February, I put out the book Paranormal Kansai, which covers paranormal stories, ghosts, unexplained stories in the Kansai area of Japan. And there's other walking guidebooks around Kyoto area that I do, Hidden Paths, and I've been working on the next one of that series. But obviously with coronavirus, it's been a little bit difficult to get out and about, but hopefully get a couple of hikes in the autumn time.
Well, good luck, Philip, and thank you for getting in touch this week. Please take care. Have a lovely Monday in Kyoto, Japan. Philip Jackson, listener, author, friend of this show. This is the news segment of The Unexplained from Talk Radio. My name is Howard Hughes.
Online, on DAB, and on the Talk Radio app. Talk Radio.